In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why this product sold on AliExpress is nowhere near as impressive or aesthetically pleasing as this. G-Fan's LED illuminated Porsche dealership, which is absolutely one of the best products that you can buy right now to display all of your favorite 1/64 scale die-cast model cars in pride of place. So let's dive straight into the first unboxing in today's video, and I'll tell you the best price that you should pay for each of these. Let's jump straight into the unboxing and get this package open. It's important to know that it usually takes between 8 to 9 days for orders that I've placed on the AliExpress website to arrive at my house and for me to physically hold them in my hands. It's also definitely worth mentioning that I've never had any issues with damaged or missing pieces, and for real, AliExpress is such a super underrated and massively beneficial resource for absolutely anyone who collects and enjoys die-cast model cars. Let's get straight down to business, and I'll show you exactly why G-Fans is one of the most popular brands within the die-cast model car community. First up, here's a very useful set of picture-only instructions and 2 small bullet points right here that remind us to peel off all of the protective films that are currently protecting multiple parts of our display. We're not going to make any noob mistakes today, and in fact, I'm going to be including a few unmissable pro tips later on in this video, so make sure you stick around to find out exactly how to build this Porsche dealership quickly, efficiently, and first try. And now that we have all of the parts that were neatly packed inside the box, free from their packaging, let's super quickly take a closer look at everything here, as right off the bat it's 100% worth pointing out that the mirrored design feature on the dealership's back wall, as you can see here, is actually covered in a lot of fake grass fibers from the outside parking area. So let's get this piece cleaned up and looking more presentable in record time. Nice. Next up, this piece is the showroom floor. This part is the dealership's left-hand side, which has been printed with these really nice frosted glass effect Porsche logos. Here's the right side, and let me show you an awesome close-up of the Porsche artwork printed onto this piece, which will become our showroom's back wall. The mirror itself is actually really high quality and is definitely not a trashy, cheap-looking sticker. Here's the front of the building, which actually includes a really useful stencil that will really help us to expertly place and stick down all of the red acrylic letters inside this bag, which is great because I don't want to be messing around and wasting my time trying to apply glue or stick double-sided tape onto each one of these tiny letters because yeah,
ain't nobody got time for that.
Next up, here's the outside parking area, which includes 6 allocated parking bays, as well as these 5 pre-cut circles of adhesive tape right here, which will hold our decorative man-made pieces of spongy nature in place. And these 2 pieces will be placed next to each other along the left-hand side of the outside parking area. This part is our 1/64 scale Porsche branded dealership sign, and I must say that all of the graphics printed onto each piece for this display are so detailed and look really realistic too. Here's another Porsche branded sign to show you guys, but this one is going to live inside the showroom. I think we all know exactly what's inside this small sealed plastic bag, and yeah, that's right, G-Fans easily managed to get these man-made balls of nature through custom checks without a problem, so that we can stick them down outside in the parking area to complete our diorama display. Nice. And lastly, here's the LED illuminated Porsche showroom roof, which has 12 bright white LED lights already stuck down into position and ready to bring our Porsche dealership to life. So make sure you stick around to watch me turn on the lights for the very first time in just a moment. Okay, as promised, let's get down to business and get this G-Fans display firing on all cylinders and built in record time. Fixing the Porsche branding to the front of the building first is mandatory. And trust me, my dudes, you're going to have big regrets if you try to stick these letters on after you've built your display. Doing this first is pro tip number 1. Peel back the protective film from the back of each letter carefully and then use the guide provided to ensure you get the best results. And for real, confidence is more important than skill here, as any overthinking will make more mistakes than necessary. Just follow the guides as closely as possible. And whilst we're here, I know a very useful magic trick to remove the protective film from this part. Very nice. And now for pro tip number 2. We also need to talk about the length of the USB cable provided, which measures approximately 36 inches or 92 centimeters. So if you want to place your display further away from a wall socket, then I highly recommend picking up one of these 2-meter USB extension cables, and I picked up mine on Amazon for less than the cost of one premium Hot Wheels car, and I highly recommend that you guys do the same. Okay, let me show you exactly how to put this display together quickly, efficiently, and in record time. Grab your base and let's get this show on the road by inserting the dealership's back wall panel and then slot the right hand side into position like this. G fans have let themselves down here, and I've just spotted a fatal error on their part. If we go back and consult the instructions again, G fans highlights this Porsche branded piece as being placed here in front of the mirror. But if you look at the product photography G-Fan uses for their own display, you can see clearly that this part is actually supposed to be situated over here on the right hand side like this. I recommend using 4 very tiny pieces of white tack putty to secure this part firmly into place, as you don't want the Porsche sign floating around loose inside, as it could easily fall over and potentially damage your favourite die-cast models. Next up, it's time to insert the left-hand side of our showroom into place like this. Our Porsche dealership has this very useful designated cutout for the USB cable, so make sure when you press the roof down into place like this, at the same time you'll want to feed the USB cable neatly into position as well. Before we slide the front of the building into position, let's quickly admire these absolutely epic Porsche graphics, and as a UK collector, I'm loving that the light blue Taycan features a UK license plate and that G-Fans chose the best number that you can have on any car registered in 2019 and 2020. Nice. And lastly, here's me sliding the front of our display into position, which is a really useful feature that lets us easily swap out any of the cars that we want to place inside easily, without having to awkwardly remove the roof or similar. Next, grab the outside parking area, and hopefully you still have all 5 of these, as we can now remove all of the protective film from our perfectly landscaped front garden and then expertly press down into place all of these spongy green bushes, which really do add so much great realism to this diorama display. And then, to complete the outside parking area, press your Porsche dealership sign into place like this, and then slide these 2 parts into position. It's now time for one of the most important moments in this video. Get ready to witness our newly built Porsche dealership come to life as we switch on the LED lights for the very first time. With everything plugged in and powered up, can I get a drum roll please? In 3, 2, 1, let there be light. Nice. Let's see that again from another angle. Make sure you watch until the end of this video, as I will be revealing exactly how much I paid for this awesome display, which I know will be a lot cheaper than you would expect for such a detailed and high quality product. After building the Porsche dealership, I thought it would be extremely interesting to quickly compare a much cheaper product that you can pick up on AliExpress for just 6 Great British pounds, which is also approximately $8 American. More often than not, when you purchase something like this online and then open it, the product inside is tiny and not fit for purpose, which is actually the complete opposite for this product. I actually think that this design could have easily included a fifth parking spot into each layer, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about in just a moment, when I show you this plastic display box filled with awesome Porsche Hot Wheels. If you decide to buy a few of these displays, there are some nice design features that allow you to stack multiple pieces on top of each other. But in my opinion, this is very risky, as you may have noticed exactly why at the very beginning of this video. But let me show you again in full in just a moment. Let's fill this display with 8 of the finest Hot Wheels Porsche models from my collection, and then push this display to its limits. Because this product is 100% completely freestanding, if you did decide to purchase and stack a few of these displays on top of each other, there is a risk that your cars could fall out of the display like this. Yes, there are design features in place to prevent this from happening, but it's not enough. So let's try tipping this display again, and as you can see here, the entire bottom row has now been ejected without much force at all. Personally, I think if you have a low risk of anyone messing with your diecast displays, then this product could be a very affordable option for a lot of collectors. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And now that we've seen a full showcase for this storage solution, it's time to switch back to the Porsche dealership, and I'll show you some of the very best ways to display your collection, which I hope will inspire you to do the same. So sit back and relax as I showcase to you my very best curated selection of awesome Hot Wheels Porsches from my collection, parked up and looking incredible. If you would like to buy either one of the displays that I showcased today, then you'll be very pleased to learn that I've left a very useful link in the description for this video, where you can pick up these products for a very good price. It's definitely worth mentioning that AliExpress does not have any fixed pricing on their website, so you'll want to keep an eagle eye out for any great discount codes or similar, as I only want you guys to pay the very best price for one of these. And with this said, it's time to talk money, and I'm here to tell you that I paid a total of £21.29 for this diorama display, which also includes taxes and free shipping to my house. That's all I've got for you guys today. Hit subscribe, smash like and share this video with another collector, as doing all of these things costs you absolutely nothing and helps me out infinitely. Take it easy everyone, appreciate each and every one of you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and stay lucky fellow diecast collector.